there, folks. It is me, RandomJosh Plays, and we're back with a different kind of video. So, 2 Point Campus is officially out today when I'm filming this. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of like testing through the game and giving a bit of an opinion and my first impressions. So you'll see like a barrage of clips, and yeah, we'll just basically go from there. But I hope you enjoy. So kicking this off, really, I mean, there's so many amazing features that are kind of brought in again, what we, for some of us as people who have played 2 Point Hospital in the past, know and love. So, you know, building your own little areas. So here you can see we're just kind of jumping in and building one of our little I guess classes. I think it was one of the labs that we were building, which is so fun. They've got so many interesting interactive items that you can add to enhance your gameplay. So each room kind of usually has their own main dedicated kind of I don't know what to call it, but piece of equipment essentially. And you know, but there are so many other things that you can kind of add to it just to really enhance your gameplay, which I think is really quite awesome. And again, like just the building aspect I think is the main first point of call that really draws people in. So we're building dorms, building, you know, classrooms, lecture halls. There's so much variety to be able to build, which I just love. And they've also introduced the kind of aspect of customizing to an extent some of your items here, which I didn't realize for a little while, but that is the little symbol that's just below the item in the catalog, as you can see on the side there. So you can change, like for instance with these beds, you can change the actual bedding that is on it, so that it's not just the default same kind of bedding. You can mix and match, make it your own, a little bit more unique. And I'm sure that's, you know, one of those things that is going to be just expanded in the future. This is just the initial gameplay and, you know, base game as such. We know from previous installations of these kind of games, DLC is definitely going to be a big part of this, and it's going to be coming probably sooner than we think, I'd imagine. But honestly, such a fun interactive game. I find when I play 2 Point Hospital, it's very fast paced, but you can also, like, you choose the way you want to play it essentially. That's the thing that I love about this. Yes, there are set objectives that you need to complete, which you can see in the top right corner there, but there's so much more to the game than just the objectives. Like literally you could just sit there and interact with the students that you get into your campus, and I love that feature. I think that's really like a fun little kind of bonus. And I feel like there's so much more to the kind of characters that you see here. 2 Point Hospital obviously just really focused on illnesses and this kind of side of the kind of gameplay. But with the campus, obviously there's so much that happens in schools. So trying to capture and emulate those kind of real life scenarios that do occur, like there's so much depth and breadth that you can just really expand on. And I've only just really, you know, this is a first impression. I've not been playing it for a huge amount of time, and I'm sure there's so many other things that I'm yet to actually explore, which I am so excited to actually like delve into. But yeah, honestly, like again, you're gonna see a lot of building gameplay portions because there's just so much to it with the building. Like you'll see shortly, it's not just limited like we were in 2 Point Hospital to building, you know, your general rooms within a building. You literally have the ability to build your own campus buildings, which you can see here. And I did do a little bit of experimentation with this, and I don't know whether this is something that maybe I'm being picky on, but it kind of annoys me, the fact that you can't directly expand your building like you just saw there. I love the idea of, like, you know, maximizing space and actually being able to connect the two buildings together in a nicer way. I'm yet to really get into the whole building of your own campuses, but I think that would be a really fun aspect. So whether that comes in the future or what the actual building aspect is going to be like, I'm still yet to figure that out. But yeah, honestly, like, I could just sit here for hours on end watching the kind of days go by, watching lectures go on, see what they're actually, like, learning. Sounds really stupid, but, like, yeah, it's really fun and entertaining to just watch their lives kind of progress and see where they've gone, because there's so many puns as well in these games, which I literally love. So many fun aspects. You can see here, like, we're going into a bit more of, like, the individuality of actual characters in the game. So whether we've got two people, you know, using certain items to build friendships, build relationships, it kind of just naturally occurs, and it's really interesting to see it. And you can go onto their individual kind of profiles and actually look through their relationships and see, like, who's friends with who's, like, in these kind of scenarios. So adding these different items can really change your entire gameplay of this kind of amazing game. Honestly, it's just so weird to see, like, the interactivity between so many different items that are available. And then one of the other big key aspects is, like, really you get a lot of these kind of, like, prompts to add more items into certain rooms, which can then therefore help in other ways, providing, like, skill boosts or just general other interactivity, because a lot of these classrooms are built to hold a lot of students in them. So if they're all trying to use that one singular item at a time, it can get quite chaotic. So adding these other kind of items in the rooms can really help to balance everything out, so that they're still gaining from the classroom environment, which I really love. I mean, I'm still, again, getting used to it. I'm not the best at these builds and, you know, getting into it, but I think it's such a unique and fun feature to kind of enhance, again, gameplay aspects. So there's no one set kind of manner to just seeing it all happen. And just honestly sitting there watching the students just wander around is really entertaining. But yeah, honestly, so many fun, intricate little kind of designs that are added in there. Literally, just the watching. And there's, like, so many different courses as well that you can choose from. Obviously, like, I've only unlocked a few at the moment, but from my look into the catalogue there, it does look like there is a lot. And there's kind of customizability of these as well, which I find really interesting. So you can set the kind of tuition fees, which has a knock-on effect to how many students come in. Again, differentiating your gameplay style. So if you want to have a really, really high expense course with less people, you can then focus more on the actual study kind of areas, rather than increasingly popping in dorms and areas for them to socialize, because there's going to be a lot less students overall. And there's also, you know, the look into the timetables. You can see when classes take place. You can see at the top there, you can also set events. So there's so much that you can just do to make this a lot more interactive. So you can see here we've got our student union party going on, bit of, like, you know, liveliness, a little bit of entertainment to just kind of again, differentiate your gameplay style. So it's not just a one size fits all. You can play however you really want. And then we've also got clubs as well, which I think is really an interesting manner, because clubs are such a big thing. Again, obviously I'm British, this is very Americanized, so I know in America you probably have a lot of like different clubs. You'll do those kind of days where they have their like stalls outside and try and sign you up to their clubs. I don't feel like that's very relevant here. We still do club things here, but like I feel like a lot of this stuff is a lot more tame in the UK. But this is again the like nice thing about this is I just love being able to live a bit of a different lifestyle, I guess. And then just taking a look into the map as well, you can already see there's so much potential. And I can already tell that there's going to be, again, jumping back into the idea that DLC is definitely on the way. You can see like these snowy areas at the top there. I think there was like a little castle to the side. There's just so many different areas on this map that you can just tell are going to open up at some stage or another. Whether it is part of the base game and I'm just being clueless, or whether this is actually hinting potentially towards some future DLCs which are gonna like, you know, unlock at some point. We'll soon find out, I'm sure, but there is just endless amounts of potential to this game, and I'm so excited to see how this kind of progresses. And also I'm just excited to bring this to you all and probably actually get into some of the actual gameplay with you all very soon. So yeah, a lot of these clips that you've seen today are actually from my gameplay series, which is coming soon, so keep your eyes peeled. I have been busy filming, so definitely keep your eyes peeled for that.
Alrighty there, folks. So yeah, that's pretty much the first initial review. So I hope that you did enjoy this. If you did, please make sure to, you know what we're doing, smash that like button, and also subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of when I do post new content. For mini series, I don't know what it's going to be yet, but there is going to be something coming basically, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And I hope that you did enjoy, and I will see each and every one of you folks in the next video. Peace out, bitches.